With the Bank of England increasing interest rates to 4% in February, I thought now would be a good time to do a roundup of some of the very best savings accounts currently available here in the UK. I've got 9 different savings accounts to go through, so hopefully we'll find the right account for you and your savings. So up first, we're going to take a look at instant access savings accounts, and in this month's video, I want to revisit the CHIP instant access account. Now, I covered this in the previous roundup, but at the time I was reluctant to recommend them due to the way they paid interest. So instead of paying it the traditional way, they paid it as a bonus payment. Now that bonus payment wasn't compoundable and it wasn't FSCS protected, despite the fact the actual deposit was protected. Now thankfully, since the 11th of February 2023, this has now changed and the interest is paid in the traditional way and it is compoundable. So I'm now happy to recommend CHIP as an instant access saving account. They're offering a really good rate of 3.05%. They're also offering additional bonuses depending on how much you deposit, and I'm going to come back to that in a moment. The deposits and withdrawals are almost instant, usually within a matter of minutes, and you can get started with as little as £1 all the way up to £250,000, although I'd always recommend sticking to the 85,000 FSCS protection limit threshold. So going back to the additional bonuses, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see we have some affiliate codes that you guys can use. So if you do decide to open an account with CHIP, make sure you use the relevant code based on the amount that you're planning to deposit. And if you do keep that money in there for 6 months, that is the bonus payment that will be made. Now, if you pull your money out before that, you'll still get the standard interest rate. So definitely one of the best accounts currently available at the moment. What I'll do is I'll pop a link to CHIP and all of the other savings accounts that I cover in this video. It will be pinned in the top comment and also in the video description. So moving on from instant access, we have limited access. So limited access is basically easy access, but you can only make a limited number of withdrawals per year. Now, I almost completely skipped this section for this video as the rates were quite poor. I've only got one to share with you, and this is the Yorkshire Building Society, and they are offering this one here, the Rainy Day Account Issue 2, and they're offering 3.35%, and you're allowed 2 withdrawals per year. Now, I'm not recommending this because I've even got an ISA later on in this video, which is offering better than this and better withdrawal options. And also this only goes up to £5,000 as well. So although this is the best limited access account at the moment, I do not recommend it. There are better ways to invest your money at the moment. So moving on swiftly from limited access, we have notice savings accounts, and I've got a couple of these to show you, and I don't think they're too bad actually. So the first one is with Furness Building Society, and they are paying 3.5% if you lock your money. Well, I say lock your money in. The difference between a notice account and a fixed account you are committing to a period of time, whereas the notice account is basically a rolling date. So you can give your notice at any date, but you have to give them 120 days notice. And they are paying 3.5% on 120 days. So I think for a 4-month lock-in period or a tie-in period before you can get your money back, 3.5% is decent. If you don't want to go that long, you also have Alica Bank, and they are offering 3.4% on a 95-day notice period. So that extra kind of 0.3 or 0.4% I think is worth it for locking it up for 95 days or 120 days. Now, if you're happy to lock up your money for a longer period of time, we have a 1-year fixed rate saver. This is with SmartSave, and they're offering 4.17%. There is another account offering 4.18%, so a tiny amount more. However, I actually have money invested with SmartSave, so I'm always going to recommend the ones that I have used and tested if they are close to the market leading rate. So the fact these are only 0.01% behind the market leader, and I've had money with them for a few months, I am happy to recommend these guys over the current market leader. If you're happy to lock away your money for even longer than 1 year, you have Gatehouse Bank, and on their 2-year fixed, they are offering 4.3%. which I think isn't too bad. It's of course lower than what's been available over the past couple of months. But the way that interest rates or savings rates have changed has been quite interesting. Over the past couple of months, they've kind of flattened a bit. So your leading fixed rates have come down, but things like your easy access have gone up and are kind of meeting in the middle, both closer towards that 4% mark. So 4.3% is currently what they're offering on a 2-year fixed. And if you're happy to go even longer, you've got Full Money offering a 5-year fixed at 4.4%, which is currently market leading. So those are ones to look at if you're thinking about fixing your money up. Now, some of the feedback I've had on my previous savings accounts roundup videos is that people wanted to see ISAs and also regular savers. Now, in the past, I haven't covered ISAs as the rates have always been too low to worry about, but I've got one to show you in this video, and this is the 1-year fixed rate from Virgin Money. Now, the big trade-off with this ISA is that you have to have a current account with Virgin Money, and that is the same for pretty much any of the ISAs that have a decent rate. All of the ones that don't require you to have a current account are actually quite a poor rate, and that's why I'm not sharing them. But if you have an account with Virgin Money, or you think it's worthwhile to get this rate, it's actually not too bad. At 4.25% for a 1 year, that is actually above the market leading 1 year standard fix. So to have an ISA above the non-ISA is quite rare at the moment. And also, despite the fact it's a 1 year fixed, you can actually withdraw your money. So I'll scroll down a bit, we can read the small print on this here. So we've got here, can I withdraw money? And it says, you can take some or all of your money out of your account during the fixed term, but you can't put the money back in. Any amount you pay into your ISA will count towards your annual ISA allowance limit. So that's pretty standard. You can take money out of your account whenever you want, and there is no need to give us notice. You'll just be charged 60 days interest on the amount taken out during the fixed term. So it's quite an attractive account, despite that trade-off of having to have a current account with them. Of course, you have the usual limit of only being able to deposit up to £20,000 in an ISA, but they do offer unlimited transfer in. So if you've already got quite a big ISA that you can transfer over, this is certainly one to consider. And also, we're in February at the moment, and the ISA tax year renews, I think, April the 5th. So make sure you make full allowance of your ISA this year, and then from April the 5th next year, you can put in additional money if you want. Now, moving on to the final one, we have regular saver. So First Direct offering 7%. Now, the big trade-off with regular savers is always that only available on a very small amount of money. So you can save between £25 to £300 per month, up to a maximum of £3,600 per year. But 7%, if you want to start a regular saver, is by far the market leading rate at the moment. So check out First Direct if a regular saver is something that would appeal to you. So that wraps up this month's video. If you found it helpful, make sure you scroll down and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. And make sure you have those notification bells turned on, because when I release these videos, these savings accounts often get snapped up within a few days. So make sure you've got that turned on for next month. And what I'm going to do now is pop up a video exposing the UK tax system and how some people are paying up to 63% tax on their earnings. And I'll see you guys over there.